When I'm traveling, I use a Zoom H5 in 3 different ways. First, as a stereo pair of microphones for gigging and recording. I also use it as an audio interface, and also as a portable recorder to support blogging and videography. I suspect that quite a few stereo portable recorders could be used in this way, but I've only got an H5, so that's what this is focused on here. For use in a live performance, the audio path goes like this: from the mics through the internal mixer to line out to the house mixer for live performance. No recording is necessary. You're simply using the monitoring capability of the H5. Here's what my setup sounds like. I use the H5 on a short monopod with 3 locking feet. The 2-pound dive weight keeps it stable. I haul the dive weight around mostly to use when freediving. And the monopod is useful for videography. The monopod was the cheapest I could find, about $50 US. It even has a fluid head that makes positioning the recorder very easy. I remove the panning arm when I'm using it as a Cajon mic stand. The dive weight keeps it stable, and the power bank ensures the recorder will go for days without a battery change. Any mic stand will work so long as you have some sort of a 1/4 inch male to a 5/8 inch female stand adapter. I like to place the H5 near the top of the top-up, pointed downward. I've tried the mics facing directly in, and to me they seem to pick up more clicks and harshness. But you'll have to test this. The closer to the top-up, the lower the gain and the less trouble you'll have with bleeding and feedback. But if it's too close, you'll hit it while you're playing. For most Cajons, miking the tapa is not enough. You won't get great bass. Right here I'm using an Audio-Technica MB2K at the sound hole, which is similar to an SM57, but it's cheaper. I use a shortened version of an action camera music mount mic boom to keep the bass mic in place. This makes it easy to move the Cajon around. You only have to worry about the H5 in front. By placing the bass mic close to the sound hole, the proximity effect creates a boomier bass, which you may or may not want. Try different placements. In an ideal world, I might use an inexpensive kick mic, or a small, lightweight pencil mic with a right-angle XLR jack to minimize the footprint. I like that the gain knobs and the clipping lights are right in front, really easy to adjust. In a live performance, you can input the bass mic to the H5 and basically do your own Cajon mix, or you can cable the bass to the house mixer and let the sound guy do the mix of the tapa and the bass port. The audio out is via the H5 line out or via the headphone jack. The headphone jack has a volume control toggle switch. The line out jack volume can only be controlled via the menus. There are a couple cable options for getting the sound from the H5 headphone jack to your mixer. One is a stereo breakout 3.5 TRS to dual 1/4 inch TS. These come in a variety of lengths. Another way is to use a standard 3.5 male to male stereo audio aux cable with a simple splitter at the mixer end. The shorter these cables, the better. If you have to go a long ways, you'd be better off to input into DI boxes. At the mixer, input to microphone inputs if they're available. The temptation is to input to line level inputs. Good luck with that. Pan the left channel to the right and the right channel to the left to get stereo if you want it. Otherwise, just leave the mixer pan knobs centered. I really like having the physical dial controls for the gain. I used an H4n for a while, and the gain control requires various menu options to switch from mic to mic. Another consideration is layout. I wanted a recorder that would be as small and streamlined as possible. The H6 has some nice bells and whistles, but the XLR jacks are on the side, which really complicates the profile and unbalances it on a monopod. The line-out headphone output on the H5 could be mixed via the direct monitor mixer menu options. The default setting for the XLR inputs is center, which is what you want. You can also adjust the output level. I prefer to decrease the volume of the bass mic somewhat. The red LEDs on the recorders make it really easy to adjust the levels to avoid clipping. Because they are in your line of sight when playing, it's easy to catch the occasional flash. In a live performance situation, I only use the USB jack to connect to an external power bank. Because you're not actually recording to the SD card, power consumption is very low. If the two AAs are fresh, they should easily last through a full performance. Even if the AAs are dead, the power bank will run the H5. If you're using a bass mic or a pencil input to the recorder, you'll probably need phantom power, which the H5 has, but you'll need to connect up the power bank for a long performance. Well, I hope this helps or inspires. Bye for now.